This is Unit 6, it's Chapter 10 for Algebra 1. This is the factoring review. This is the third video from page 637. I'm going to do number 35, 36, 39, and 40 here. So for these, just set factor it any way you would like, or solve it any way you like. So really for us, that means we're going to factor this. So for number 35, we have x squared minus 60 equals negative 11. We know that we've said we're always going to set this equal to 0. So the first thing I'm going to do is add my 11 to both sides. That gives me x squared minus 49 is equal to 0. I now need to factor that. You should notice that it's two terms. So that should tell you this is a difference per square. So that's x plus 7, x minus 7. Set that equal to 0. You get x is equal to a positive 7 and a negative 7. And you set both those equal to 0. 36, very similar. When I look at this, again, the first thing I should always be looking for is the greatest common factor. 2, 15, negative 8, there's nothing that's in common for those. So now I'm just going to factor this. So 2 times by that negative 8 is going to give me x squared plus 15x minus 16 equals 0. I'm going to factor in x and a 2, and x and a 1, and x and a 16. All right, the bigger number gets the middle sign, so this is a plus, that's a minus. And now I have to divide by that 2 that we multiplied by at the beginning of the problem. So this becomes 2x minus 1 and x plus 8 equal to 0. Set them both equal to 0. 2x minus 1 equals 0. You get 2x is equal to 1, so x is equal to 1/2. My first answer, x plus 8 equals 0, and you get x is equal to negative 8. Right, the last two, number 39 and 40, very similar. 39, again, remember you're looking for GCF first. Here there is a GCF. I can pull out a 3x. When I have left, I have 4x plus 1. Don't forget about that plus 1. My guess is most students would be confused in this one because it's two terms and doesn't fit the perfect squares. So I'm glad you noticed, because it's, first of all, 12 and 3 are not perfect squares, and you have a plus sign in there. However, you have to look to always for a GCF first. Pull that out. Now you have these two pieces. So it's a little bit different than what we're used to on a typical problem. You just set each part equal to 0, 3x equals 0, 4x plus 1 equal to 0. And you get x is equal to 0 when you divide by your 3. Remember, 0 divided by anything is 0. That's my first answer. Subtract your 1, 4x equals negative 1. Divide by that 4, x is equal to negative 1 over 4. Number 40. Again, we want the set equal to 0, so just like the first one, 36, I'm going to bring this 5 over. So it's 8x squared plus 6x minus 5 now equals 0. There's, again, no GCF here. 8 times 5 is going to give me x squared plus 6x minus 40 is equal to 0. And now I need to go through and figure out what numbers multiply to give me 40 and are going to add together to give me 6. So again, just for this last one, I may as well write this out. You're going to have 1 times 40, 2 times 20. 3 is not going to work. You're going to have 4 times 10. 5 is going to work times by 8. And that's how you know you're done when these start to get closer and closer together. 6 doesn't work, 7 doesn't work. We already hit 8. So I'm looking for numbers that multiply to give me the 40. Got that. Add together to be 6. There's only one group, that's the 4 and the 10, that would fit that. So this is going to be an x and a 4. X and a 10. Bigger number down here always gets the middle sign when this is a minus, because you need 1 plus 1 minus. So that's going to be a plus 10 and a minus 4. Again, 10 minus 4 is a 6. And now we divide by 8. We're dividing by 8 because that's what we multiplied by. Reduce, this is x minus 1/2. And this is x plus 5 over 4. These are all set equal to 0, remember. Rewrite this, 2x minus 1 equals 0, and 4x plus 5 equals 0. So when I solve these, add your 1, 2x is equal to 1, x is equal to a positive 1 over 2. Subtract your 5, 4x is equal to negative 5, divide by 4, x is equal to negative 5 over 4. All right, so remember, whenever you're factoring any of these problems, you need to make sure that you're always looking for a greatest common factor first. All right, what's not reviewed on here is the factoring by grouping. That's when you have 4 terms. Group the first 2, group the second 2. The middle term always has to be a positive. So make sure you make that a positive if it is not.